crafty room. Today is January 4th already. Wow. Time flies. 4 days already. Yeah, so I just thought I'd come on for a little while. Was feeling better today, and so I thought I'd come on for a little while and while I sort scraps and just visit. Nothing real crazy or anything. Let's see, let me get my other device ready. I don't see anybody here yet. That's all right. You can watch this anytime. That's all right. You can watch this anytime. Feedback. Okay, here we go. I've had this, hi Tiffany. How are you today? I am sorting scraps. It's crazy. Hi Nancy. Hi Joe. Hi Kathleen. Hi Vivian. Hello Kim. You're going to eat? Okay. All right. She's on a new antibiotic. Be sure and take your probiotics, girlfriend, when you're on those antibiotics, okay? You don't want to get rid of the good flora in your belly. You need that. Hi, Mary. Wow, look at you. You made it. Hi, Vicki. I am feeling better today. What I notice is it's kind of happening to me around between 1 and 2 o'clock. So what I mean by that is like I'm getting a flare up in my lower region that works its way up. And so I try to do some other things to help prevent it. So we'll see. So far, so good. And I'm up in the sewing room, and I decided to tackle my scraps. Now, I'm sure I don't have as many scraps as you all or Tiffany. I know I don't have as many scraps as Tiffany. That's a fact. If I chose to go through all the bags of scraps, I still wouldn't have as many as Tiffany. Hi, June. So anyway, I thought, why not start the new year out fresh, do something with these scraps. So I decided, I can't throw fabric away. Even when it's just a little teeny piece, I have a hard time throwing it away. And with the way that prices are going, I probably shouldn't throw my scraps away. And you're probably going, oh no, don't throw your scraps away. But a scrap, what I mean by scrap is like, all right, let me find one. And sometimes even when I throw them away, I end up picking them back out. I could probably keep this, and I should, because there's enough to get a seam on each side. I put that over there. Okay, see, I'm not going to go through my garbage and pick scraps back out. Uh-oh. Oh, we already got a little trolley, huh? Thank you, Kim. Let's see who else is here. Anyway, so I got several bins going on here, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. Hi, BJ. Hi, Paula. Hi, Beverly. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Nancy G and Nancy L. Vicky says, Teresa, throw them out the window. My car's out there. She'll take my scraps. Well, I just might do that, Vicky. Let's see. I got Beverly, June, Paula, Kim. Yeah, I was over at Kathy's live this morning, off and on. She kept getting little trolls too. How's Mary today? Yeah, I could use the scraps for those dogs, but I'm mainly saving batiks and stuff um, to use in those art quilts, unless I find a piece of scrap, that might work in here. So I'll show you what I have going on. Hello, Jim. Long time no see, buddy. How's it going? That's okay, Tiffany. You're editing. Hello, Shelley. How are you? Okay. Hi, Jody. I know I love scrap quilts too. That's the other reason why I want to get these separated. And that way, it's been bugging me now for 2 years. I have not, oh, I probably haven't done anything with my scraps more than 3 years, I'm sure, except for throw them under the table in a tote. That's what I've done with them. What I do try to do is I try to use all of the fabric that I have selected for a project in that whole project. Now, that might mean on the top of the quilt, also on the back of the quilt, and sometimes I'll make like a throw pillow, or depending on how much I have left after I've made the top, determines what I do with it. And I've only started doing that like this past year. So that has reduced my scraps quite a bit. Um, so this is all, scraps I'm going through from, 3 or 4 years ago when I wasn't doing that. So I had this little drawer unit, and I wasn't really using it to its full potential. And so I decided to empty everything out of it, which there wasn't that much, and start organizing drawers full of scraps. So I have 6 drawers like this, and then I have three drawers like this. Okay. And I am just sorting it by color. That's what I'm trying to do. And then this container is like fabric for like string quilts, because they're under 2.5 inches. Anything under 2.5 inches is going in just a drawer that I could make string quilts with, right? And I might actually end up having to use 2 drawers for that. So, because also I think I'm going to have to double up on the color. I'm thinking I might use one of those drawers for just white, because I have a lot of white scraps. So I might do that. And then also anything that I find that is a 2.5 by 2.5, I'm putting it over in like this little basket. And because I want to keep those, because I use those for starters and enders. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. So I thought I would just come on and visit while I go through scraps. And you're more than welcome to let me know down in the comments what you do with your scraps. Also, I have found a bunch of batik scraps, and they're all going over by the um, art quilt stuff. So I was going to start rearranging my sewing room because I still want to do that, but I decided to try and get other things a little more organized first, like these scraps and now I'm also thinking that for this first 2 weeks of January, that I'm not going to work on any projects other than the art quilt, and I'm just going to try and get organized. Um, some of the things that were in these drawers were projects like UFOs, so I took them out, put them in packages, and put those in the area that I have in the closet now for works in progress. So that's what I did with those. All right, let me see. Right, Kim, that's what I take as acidophilus. Oh wow. Um, well, maybe don't take it at the same time. And if you have a blender, how about in your acidophilus is in capsules? You can open those up and put them in like milk, and then have like chocolate. Add some chocolate, and have a an acidophilus chocolate milk shake. That sounds good. That's what I used to do with my nieces and nephews when they were sick, and if they were on antibiotics, I always um, fed them acidophilus, but they won't take it the normal way, so I would make them chocolate milk, the chocolate milkshake, and sneak it in there. Um, Shelly is making a Jean Kingwell quilt with scraps. Awesome. I'm going to make, Pat Sloan talked about finishing the Welcome to the Neighborhood or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's all houses, and the houses are all different with lots of different fabric. And so that's the other reason why I'm motivated to separate these scraps, is because I'm going to use that in that quilt. And that starts in March, and I think March to the end of the year. So if you want to sew along with me on that, that would be great. It's a free pattern over on Pat Sloan's. Uh, she has a YouTube and a website. So if you go to her YouTube, then it'll be down in the description to get to her free patterns and stuff. Oh, Kim, that's funny. Kim is fixing to spay and neuter her strings. They multiply at night while she's sleeping. Boy, isn't that the truth? That's a good one. Thank you. I needed a giggle. She started zipping the bags so that they don't escape and migrate to other locations. The other reason why I wanted to use this system is if I'm looking for a certain color scrap, then I can just go to that drawer and open it up, and there they are. I don't have like all those little storage containers like Tiffany has. That would be awesome, but I don't really at this point have a place to put those. Um, so I'm just going to do this for now and see where I get. Tiffany's trying to organize her scraps too. Yeah, when you start doing all that filming and editing, that really um, takes up time. That's why I don't plan on doing that. Not at this point. I'm going to start out like you did, Tiffany, and just go live all the time. This is a lot easier. Let's see. Hi, Kay. How are you doing? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, she does have a Facebook group. Yep, Pat Sloan does. Hi, Ellen. How are you feeling today, honey? Did you ever go to the doctor or the hospital? I think you were supposed to, weren't you? We got people worried about you. Hi, Crystal. Glad to see you made it here today. And June has a box and 2 totes of scraps that she needs to make a scrappy blocks again. Oh, wow. You did? Oh. Kay said she got her other knee surgery done about 10 days ago, and she's starting to feel human. Ugh. I can't imagine people having both knees done either at the same time or one right after the other. You did go to the hospital. Okay. But you're still feeling bad. I don't understand why you caught that stuff again. I don't, must be the other variant or something. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Kay. And for those that don't know, Kay is the purple wall. And Kay has a YouTube channel, but she hasn't been doing any videos because of these surgeries and stuff. I'm sure by this summer she'll be raring to go. And she does some videos of outside. I love watching garden videos, so I hope she does those again. Um, Hello, Marie. Okay, you can stop in as long as you like. We're just going through scraps. So that's how I'm doing them. I'll just kind of, there, you can still see me. You can see my scrap pile. And, oh wow, we have 35 people here, you guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And then also hit that bell. I think it's on my left. Hit the bell. It's somewhere down there. Make sure and select all so you get notified when I'm going to be on. And at some point I will put my Facebook group in the chat. And what else? Oh, thumbs up. Don't forget that. So about 50% of the people who watch channels don't subscribe. I don't understand that. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe. What I had been doing is throwing a lot of my scraps in here in this big container. And once I get that emptied, then I'm going to use it for projects that I have like in baggies and stuff. So I'll have a nice container to put those in. And this is just like a wire basket, and the wires have been wrapped and with some sort of bamboo, it looks like. And then it has a nice little um, homemade, no, I can't think of the word, fabric basket inside of it. Anyway, so I'm taking things out of here, and then, yeah, then I can use that one. I also have batting scraps all over the place, so I'm going through those too. And if I find anything that's 2.5-inch strips, then as long as they're more than 10 inches, then I'm putting them in a different container, and then that'll be my 2.5-inch strip basket. These can be, also I save fabric for testing out your stitches. I save some of that too. So I'll put that in there. And oh, I've also been finding blocks that are done. They're going to go in the orphan block pile. So I got a bunch of those. And then I've been finding half square triangles. So I have a basket on the floor, and I'm putting all the half square triangles in there. So even though this looks like a strip, a 2.5, it's not. It goes over there. And yeah, so I'm just sorting into colors. I do have some different types of fabrics, and I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to, like, this is flannel. I'm just going to put it in its appropriate drawer. That's some fabric left over that I made my husband a quilt. I hate doing that, but that's all right. I can cut that part off. Yeah, I made him a quilt out of this. It's cardinals, and it's flannel. It's really pretty. It's downstairs. Kay says she can't wait to be in her garden again. Oh, I bet. And you should be up to it, right? So Ellen doesn't know how or why either that she's sick again. Dang it. Well, prayers for you to feel better soon, Ellen. Yep, thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. That's what my husband's been doing, is going in and getting the injections, but they're starting not to work. He just does not want to have his hips replaced. This is pretty. Now, even though this is a white background, yeah, maybe I will. Okay, so I'm have a drawer here that's white background. So that's where that's going to go. And then I have a drawer that's black and gray, black or grays. But if, like this one has a white background, but when you hold it out, it looks blue, right? So I'm going to put that in the blues. I'm not ironing anything at this point at all. I'm just sorting for now. All right, now, would you guys keep this size of a scrap? It is 1 1/8 by 2.5. Let me know down in the comments. I'll save them until you tell me what you think. Now see, here's a scrap. Chickens. I would keep that. That one's big enough. These are all big enough. Those all go over there. Now, here's another one now. Here's a... See, that one is barely 3/4. So I don't know if I should keep that or not. Oh, hi, Rachel. She was fixing supper last night. Yum. Um, okay. Good luck, Jim. Kim says after her husband got the eye surgery, she couldn't sneak fabric past him anymore. You're funny today. I'm trying to keep it organized. It hasn't been organized. It's just been in this and other totes. Now I want it organized, so I'll find. I feel like if it's a little more organized, I'll use it, right? Hi, Brenda. Yeah, that's right. Tiffany would keep that scrap. All right, keep it for string quilt. Okay. Yes. Brenda says no, donate it. Well, I might if I when I get done going through all this, I'll have to decide if I want to even do string quilts. I might not, and then if I don't, then I'll just find out who wants it. Yeah, red would be a good leader and enders. Oh, and it's a good start for the center. Okay, I'll keep them. I got the drawer. I'll keep them. And then if later on, if it does, then I'll do something. This is like a fat quarter. Oh, it's all cut up. Okay, so that will go in kind of this pink one. Oh, here's some more batiks. Let's see. I don't know what this is. All right, that's something I'm going to have to take apart. So I think I'll just put it in the over there. And then I have some that are like already sewn together. So I'll just put those in my the scrappy thing. Strips. Yeah. Here's a nice long pink one. Let's see what that is. All right, that's going to go in my 2.5-inch strip. Yeah, my husband, he does not want to have another surgery. I know a lot of people who have had the hip surgery and they're so glad that they did. Well, my dad had the knee surgery and it was better than it had been, but it took him a long time to recuperate from it. But he was much older than you are when he got his done. Kim said her boyfriend has both hip replacements 10 months apart. He said it was the best thing he ever did. He's doing great. Yeah, what we need to do, Brandon was seeing a pain doctor up in Lewiston, but it's kind of hard to get there in the wintertime, and he needs to make a trip back up there so he can get his shots and figure out what they're going to do. Right, uh, Jody, I agree. I think she said I heard Bonnie Hunter say one time that anything lighter than a paper bag is considered a neutral. Yep. Oh, really, Mary? At 88? Wow. She says that her mom had her hips replaced at 88, 6 weeks apart. Wow. Kim said that she's loopy. She's only had 5 hours of sleep in 3 days. Oh, I have not been sleeping well and at all. Toss and turn and toss and turn, and doesn't matter where I sleep, what bed I sleep in, and I go from bedroom to bedroom, sleeping in different beds, trying to get comfortable, and I just cannot. My back is just killing me. Um, oh, really, Nancy? Nancy said that her fabric was such a mess. She's been going through all sorts of fabric, donated a lot, kept what she wanted, and even tossed some. Oh, don't let the girls hear you say that. Hi, Terry. Terry's been sewing scraps together all year. Oh, wow. See, that's what I'm wondering if I should do like, I don't know if I want to do that all year, but like, let's say 3 days a month, just sew scraps. And then by the end of the year, you'll be ready to throw a quilt together. Hi, Beverly. What do you do when your self-healing mat is not self-healing? I've got a 17 by 17 rotary and it's not healing. Well, I would, how long, number one, how long have you had it? And I would call the company and see if you can't get it replaced. Terry says it's easier, hip is easier to replace than knee, and you recover faster. She says that's what they say. Brenda says that her guild donates to the Children's Hospital baby quilts, and the sweet ladies in the guild will use all those scraps. Yeah, that's one thing we do. My little sewing group that gets together down at the VFW, they, we, not they, but we, a couple of years ago, we put together like 44 baby quilts. And let's see, what do I do? Well, that'll go there. No, orange goes over there. Okay. Anyway, 44 baby or baby lap, thereabouts, quilts, and we donated them to the police department for them to carry around in the cars for emergencies. And we still have more to do. So a lot of times I just take my scraps and stuff down there, but we don't really want anything like smaller than 3-inch square, because that's what we mainly make, are just square quilts. Then I have a lot of fabric too that I need to cut better, so that's going in a different pile, and that stuff came off of quilts I long armed. Let's see. Yep. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, they'll get the trolls. Don't worry. I don't think the troll is, they're just doing that dot dot thing. They're not so far saying anything bad, so we see them. It's not. There were, I don't think it's bothering anybody, but they're kind of like testing the waters. The troll is. Um, and if sometimes nothing happens, and other times they start saying other things. So I just get rid of them, but it's nothing to get all crazy about unless they're saying dirty stuff. So scraps in between your projects. You could also use the scraps for like inside my project bags and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Terry. Oh, I know how that feels. Oh, clean your mats regularly. Get the thread bits out. Okay, that makes sense. Make sure and clean your, BJ says, make sure and clean your mats regularly and get those thread bits out. So it'll be continue to be self-healing. That's a good idea. Okay. So how to clean it? I don't know if anybody said in the this chat yet, but I just get a sponge and a bucket of warm soapy water, and then I clean the mat. The other thing, if you have, once you clean it, if you still have um, thread fibers in there, a lot of people use a eraser, and you just take that eraser, like a pencil eraser, and you go along there and pull that. It pulls the threads that are stuck down in your mat, and then go back over it with warm soapy water. Don't use too much soap, but in fact, I need to do mine too. Anybody have any other suggestions on that? You clean your mats after every use, BJ? Good Lord. I'd be good to do it once a year. In fact, that'd be a good thing to put on our mats. Clean our sewing machines. It's the first of the year. Put a fresh needle on. Clean it out real good. Oil your machine if your machine is the kind that you oil. Okay, you're getting some tips in here about cleaning it. Uh, oh, right, that's another good idea. That way you can see the value or the hue. If you take a picture of your fabric when it in black and white mode, you can tell how dark it is or how light it is. Tiffany washes hers in the bathtub with hot water and a brush, like a tub washing brush. Then she dries it in the sun to shrink and cuts back closed. Uh, I don't know if vinegar would dry it out or not. I think like go on the website of your mat where, like Olfa or Fiskars or wherever, and look what they recommend. Look up what they recommend for cleaning their mats. That probably would be a good thing. And also make sure you have a nice sharp rotary cutter, because the duller your rotary cutter gets, the harder you're pressing down. And when you do that, you're really cutting um, grooves thicker than what you should be doing. So that's the other thing is change those rotary blades once in a while. That'd be another good thing to do in January. There's a lady on So Very Clever who did a video on how to clean a cutting mat. Okay. Okay. Um, there's also these little sponge-like things that you can get in the quilt stores. I don't think that's necessary, but um, I would just use a regular sponge. But I can't remember what they're called. Maybe somebody in the chat will. But I think you can get them like Fat Quarter Shop and probably your local quilt store. I think they came once in one of the project boxes that I get from like the Fat Quarter Shop. I wonder if I still have that. Hold on, let me look. I've never used it if I do. Oh, yeah. Maybe if I left it out. Here it is. And I have seen some of them that are also black, but this feels just like a regular sponge. So anyway, yeah, it's just a doesn't have the scratchy side, just a regular sponge. Yeah, those mats are, yeah, I agree. Your mat probably lasts longer than anybody else's, BJ. Do you spritz with your spray bottle? Is it water or when you clean your mat, you use you just have a spray bottle of water? Sometimes what I do, if I have a lot of cutting to do and I know I'm going to be in the same place all the time, is I get one of my other smaller cutting mats and use it and instead of using my great big mat. Because those smaller mats, like the 18-inch ones, they're a lot cheaper to replace than your great big mat. So I do that a lot of times. But mostly if I know I'm going to be cutting, right at the 10-inch, you know, like 5 yards of fabric or something, right? Yeah, no, I wouldn't use Clorox wipes either. I really would go to the website also. Okay, Beverly went to the website, but didn't see anything about it. Oh, okay. That surprised me. And Brenda is another one who wipes hers down at the end of every sewing day. I'm going to put that on my to-do list. Yeah, my smaller mats are all uh, Fiskars, and I really like them. I think this one is that Lori Holt thing. Mat. Yeah, it is. My local quilt shop had it on sale, so I bought it. And it has a lot of cut marks in it. It does not heal up as well as the my other one did. My Fiskars does. Okay. So BJ says it is a spray bottle of water. Let's see. Hi, Sarah. If you cut on the mat's lines, it will wear faster. I read that you should use the lines on your ruler instead. Yeah, I usually always use my ruler lines to measure my fabric and cut. I hardly ever use the lines on my mat. It just depends on what is more convenient. and how big of a piece I'm trying to cut. The other thing is, once my older mats, when I'm done using them for fabric, I always save them, and that way I can use them for other projects. Like when I'm using the hot glue gun or doing whatever you might need a mat for. Um, I usually don't ever throw them away, and some of them I've cut up to where they're smaller. Hi, Mary Jane. Hi, Melissa. Well, I don't like my Martelli cutter at all. Still, I keep trying to use it, but I just don't like it. And it's the blades that are in them more than anything. Um, they do have good blades. I don't think, like I said, make sure and you have a nice sharp blade in whatever rotary cutter you're using. Um, that way you're not pressing as hard down through your mat. Okay. And the more layers you go through, the harder you're going to push on that rotary cutter too, you know. So there's that. So if you're going to be cutting 8 layers, you might want to think about using a different mat than your big one. Uh-oh. I haven't even heard of that mat, Kathy. Yeah, I one of my old mats I have over there by the art quilt, and I use it over there. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. I'm way behind. Oh, here I think I'm caught up. Okay, Jody said she just checked it and it was it's Laura from So Very Easy. I love her channel. Who did a cutting mat care video. Hi, Patty. Nice to see you too. Let's see. Tiffany says she used the ruler unless I am cutting my start cut or yardage. Then I use the mat markings. Right, that's what I do too. But mainly use the ruler markings instead. The other thing I do is I make sure sometimes you might get a goofy mat and it didn't print out right. So always check it against what your ruler is and make sure, that the lines are lined up the same. Because I had a really old mat and it was more like a dressmaker's mat. Um, but you couldn't use the lines that were on it because they were just off just a little bit. I just feel like with my Martelli that I feel like I'm going to cut myself. And I don't like how you have to open it and close it. You know, that's when I feel like I'm going to cut myself. And I know I'm not, but I might. I don't know. So I haven't used it very much at all because of that. Right. BJ said she heard that matte lines are not always accurate. Exactly. Yeah, I love my regular rotary cutter. It's just a, I think it's an Olfa, and I don't know where it's at, but and I've had carpal tunnel surgery on that hand, and it doesn't bother me. Hi, Karen. Oh wow, she got a huge mat, and she got it. It was really marked down because the lines weren't perfect. Yeah, so that's the first thing. If you get a new mat, better go check the lines and make sure that they're okay. That's okay, Ellen. You just go ahead and nod. You need to rest. Yeah, that's the other thing is changing the blades in them. Let's see. Oops. I almost put somebody in timeout. So I had my finger on there too long. Oh, that is an excellent idea, Melissa. Yeah, I have that long um, tool that has a magnet on the end that I use for canning. That would work really well when you change your rotary cutters. Right, Terry, I agree. And with the putting it down, I forget. And with my other rotary cutter, and maybe it's just because I've used my other one for so long that I'm used to sliding it open and closed, you know. And I've got in a habit of after I cut, I close it and set it down. But with the Martelli, you cut, and then you gotta fling that thing over, and then you can set it down. I don't know. It just, I guess it's what you're used to. And I just didn't feel like it's very ergonomic for me. So, all right. Whole pile of 2.5 inch. Wow. I think I'm going to have a lot of those. All right. 2.5. I think there's going to be a lot that just go in the scrap thing, string quilt thing. More 2.5. And these look like 2.5 inch strips. Yep, they are. So they can go over here. Okay. And then now I have another basket. Look at that. These can all go in the yellow. Cool. I'll put my 2.5 inches in there. I might be able to get 2 rows. All right, time for a sip. Oh, right. Terry has a squeeze handle rotary cutter, so when she puts it down, it closes. I thought about getting those. Yes, empty basket is a good thing. Bye, Tiffany. Sorry I missed you going out. Uh, she needs to go take a nap. Okay, that's all right. BJ uses her serger tweezers to change her rotary blade. I didn't put you in timeout, Melissa. I backed out of it, so hopefully I didn't get anybody. I still see you, so. All right. Okay, Kathy. She said she'll be right back. Oh no, Melissa's having a hot flash. I hate those. All right. Also found this chicken pin cushion that I never finished. I don't know why it was in there in my scraps. Oh yeah, I know why now. I did it backwards. This is supposed to be over here, and this is supposed to be over there. It can be a awkward looking chicken, I guess. I should finish it just for the fun of it. Okay. Let's see. What else we doing here? This was a project. And maybe I ought to put that in the project thing if I'm going to do it. So I'll just set that aside for now. And here's a bunch of white. I don't know why I have these whites in a baggie. Yeah, they're 2.5 inch. Oh boy. Oh, it's snowing now. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow today between now and in the morning. Not looking forward to that. I like to do all of my quilts that I make with a white on white scrappy backing. That makes sense. So I don't necessarily use all of the same white in the quilt. That's kind of fun, you know. So I'm just going to keep all my whites together. And I have a bunch of, these are all muslin. So they need to go in a different spot. So I'm just going to have all my, I think I'm going to put my whites in here because I'm going to have a lot of whites. I didn't have anything in that container yet anyway. There. And I'm only going to white in there if it's looks to be 2.5 inches at least. And that string yellow, this one's pretty. I made a baby quilt with that. Put that in the yellow. Oh gee whiz, look at this. I got a flat. All those white. Black. Ooh, that's pretty. Two and a half. Put that over there. I found some blocks. So I'll put those in my orphan block pile down here on the floor. String. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make a string quilt, it looks like. I can go in there. Oh, Brenda says that her guy likes the Martelli because he uses it sitting down, and it's been a game changer for him. Well, that's awesome. Oops, keep hitting the wrong thing. No, it wasn't you, Melissa. It wasn't you. Oh, you're welcome, Beverly. Okay, Karen. Thank you. Is it correct? How would you say that? Hi, Katrina. How are you doing? Oh, it's Karen with a T, maybe? Okay. Thanks, Brenda. Is it supposed to be Karen? Karen T? Karen. We'll do the T silent. We had a couple of inches of snow last night, but nothing to get too excited about. Okay, Nancy, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. They had to close a bunch of roads here yesterday, not here in Elk City, but up in Grangeville. And because the wind was blowing so much, it was blowing the snow over onto the roads and causing these big snow drifts. And even the logging trucks couldn't get through them. It wasn't as bad as what happened out in Virginia, but it wasn't safe to travel yesterday at all. Hi, Nancy G. I have, Katrina asked, how many measuring tapes do you have in arm's length to your sewing area? Well, I have to get up and get it. I have one hanging on the long arm. That's mainly where I use a measuring tape is over on the long arm. I never use it for sewing. And then I have one in my uh, sewing basket just to have it with me when I take it to sew day. Bye, Jim. Take care. Oh, that would be cool. Okay. Okay, said Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop has that brick house pattern that she's talked about making a house out of the scraps for each quilt you make, and then it's like a memory quilt. Yeah, I might do that later, but it's too late now. But I did say earlier in the video when I first started is that that is one of the reasons why I'm separating my scraps because I want to do that house block quilt with Pat Sloan. And so, which starts in March, I think she said. Oh, I'd like to see it too, Beverly. Oh, Crystal says she's in Virginia and it's still crazy. 95 is still shut down. Sherry has 8. Well, I think I have a total of 4, but they're not within reaching distance. They're in different places. So, okay, back at it. Oh, there's a nice piece of white. There's another block. Throw that down there. Scrap. That's pretty. With the blues, all this talking, I'm not going to get. And these are half square triangles. Let's see. Green, blue. There's some more blocks that are kind of done, kind of not. I don't know what this one was. I guess I was playing around. Okay, I'll put those in scrap. More half square triangles. I might have enough half square triangles to do a quilt. That's pretty. Put in with the reds. Some more white. Yellowish. There. Go over there. I should have done this a long time ago. More half square triangles. Boy. More blocks. Oh, look at this. I could make a pot holder. But I'm just going to put it in the orphan block pile. Might be able to do an orphan block quilt too. There's another one. That must have been what most of this little box was. Oh, this one's even got pins in it still. Then a bunch of white goes there. Is this fun, you guys? Scrap. White. Scrap. Oh, I think that's got to go over in the, that looks like a pillowcase. An old one at that. Now I can throw that thing away. There. Oh my word. I didn't realize I had so much stuff stuffed in that one container. I prefer to free motion on my long arm. My long arm doesn't have a computerized system, so I do free motion on it. More half square triangles. And I prefer to use my long arm rather than my sewing machine. Let's go there. Unless it's a really little project, then look at all these whites. Then I'll use the sewing machine. It's pretty. Like that one. Apples. Yeah, better put that with the reds. Yeah, green background. Yellow. Thank you, Kim. Oh, wow, Beverly. I don't think Tennessee is used to getting much snow, are they? Kim has a total of 8 tape measures. One in her purse, one in a sewing box. I think I have a little one in my purse. You like that apple print? Yeah, I do too. I was going to make a apron out of it, which I still have the apron partly done in the closet. I need to finish that too. All right. Those go in there. There's some black, white, green, green. Go there. Strips. I think my biggest thing is going to be strips. Strip quilts in white. And it appears orphan blocks. Some of this stuff's been down there for a long time. I didn't know I had all this white stuffed in there. That's weird. Huh. Well, it looks like I'm going to be pretty ready the next time I make a quilt. And I need white. All right. This stuff I made my dad a quilt out of. And I fussed the pictures out and then did blocks around them. It was really pretty. I'll have to put it on Facebook one of these days. That's right, Kay. Kay says I'm making a snowman quilt, king size. Yeah, I have quite a bit of it left. It was pretty hard to fussy cut, but it did have a lot of prints, bears and deer and wolves. I'll have to put a picture of the quilt in the Facebook group. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Maybe I'll put it in with my panels, because it's kind of like a panel, right? Look, there's a lot of it. Some of it's going to have to go in the string quilt. And then there's a bunch of these. A bunch of those done up. I'm going to put those in with the strings. Some more orphan blocks. Gee whiz. That should be tan, I think. Oh, there. Green. Oh, I think it'd be kind of cool to do a quilt out of all of these scraps, because this is the fabric I used on my brother's quilt. And it would be like a memory quilt then, huh? And this is the fabric that I used on my sister's quilt. Some of it. And all these are left over from my dad's quilt. Oh, a lot of those left. More white. More of that deer. I think I used this for the back of my dad's quilt. And it was animals also. So that was on the back. I might be able to use these leftovers in some sort of collage quilt I do. I might put this stuff over there. Yeah, I could make a whole nother wildlife quilt. I think these are all 2.5. Close enough. And a white one. Beverly says, no, it's the first time in a couple of years that we've received that much snow. That's what I thought. My husband's family or part of their family is from Tennessee, that area. And let's see, I can't remember what the town is. Still just sorting fabric. I'm going to have to go by 3 o'clock. Hi, Nita. Yeah, I got to go to the grocery store and the post office, and I want to go by 3 o'clock. So I am just sorting scrap fabric, and you guys are visiting me, keeping me company while I do that. More half square triangles. More pieces from a backing. Green. And I don't want that pink. So are you cooking now? Oh, I'm not getting off yet. Um, Still got 20 minutes. And I took my medication before I came on, so I'm doing all right. And I put some food in the crock pot this morning, so won't have that much to do. I just put the meat in there for now because I have to decide if I want to. I'm going to put that in a string. Want to make stew or beef stroganoff? Sounds kind of good. That's what I might make. It has 2.5 inches. Boy, I haven't seen some of this stuff in a long time. Yep, a long time. Roasted pork tenderloin, rice, peel off, and minced vegetables. Ooh, that sounds good. Kim says, when I'm done on here, she has to go do the dishes, so please take as long as you can. Sounds good. These scraps. Yeah, I think I'm going to need 2 drawers for um, crumb quilts and strip quilts. I can see that already. And this is fabric from the very first quilt I made for myself. And there's even some blocks left over from it. Well, that's cool. I'll put those down with the orphan blocks. What is this doing in there? Something I made. Oh, it's a strap for a apron, I think. You know what I made for dinner last night? Because somebody kept talking about it on their channel. I think it was over at Kathy's. Um, Tuna fish. And I haven't had tuna fish forever, so I made tuna fish sandwiches and tomato soup. That's what was for dinner. I think my husband was a little surprised because I usually make dinner stuff. I don't always make lunch stuff for dinner. Yeah, I have a couple of aprons cut out and ready for me to sew. I need to get those done. Yeah, my list just keeps on growing too. Um, Still trying to think of the name of that town in Tennessee. Let's see. I know I love soup and sandwiches. I do. I love soup, that's for sure. All right. What is this? Yeah, it's a little kit for a birdhouse block. And it's got all the fabric in it and everything. I don't know how that got in there. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. This, I must have needed to bring it in for repairs or something. This goes on the heating pad. I made heating pad covers. Huh. All right. And I just had extra fabric left over from a different project. I'll have to look at it a little closer and see what needs repaired on that. Wow, I can see the bottom. Oh my goodness. 13 to 17 people every night. Ugh, that's too many. Oh, look at these. Should I put those with orphan blocks? I think I will. No, some of them aren't wide enough. I think I'm going to put them with the strips. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That'll be a good starter outer. More white. There was 8 of us when I was growing up. So, and then there's always somebody, coming by. So usually we made enough for 10 or 11 people. And I think we were pretty big eaters. But Mom always had a pot of beans on too. Yeah, put that over there. Oh wow, look at all these square triangles. If you don't know what else to do with it, put it in the strip thing. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to need two drawers for strips and crumb quilts. See that. I didn't have very many 2.5-inch strips. Almost empty, you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me while I go through this box of scraps. More scraps. These look like 2.5 inch. Yeah, put those over there. Yay, almost to the bottom. There's the bottom. Yay. But now I got a mess. That can garbage. I still have a little pile right here, but I think most of it's going to go in the string quilt. So I think I maybe will redo the string one and maybe separate string from crumbs. I don't know. Maybe just leave them all together would be better. And go over there too. Yeah, all of this is for crumb or string quilts. You can see that. Here's one with little bees on it. Cute. Yeah. My husband's been worried about the camper getting too much snow on it, so he's been out there shoveling the snow off of it. I was pretty worried yesterday because the wind started blowing and he's up on a 10-foot ladder. So I'd do a little bit in here in the sewing room and then I'd go check on him, and I was pretty nervous, but he got it. All right, so this is going to go over there. Now, what is this? This is all the leftover fabric from a quilt I made. So that is all strings, all of that I saved. And then, all right, so yeah, it looks like the biggest drawer is strings. So I think I didn't get that many 2.5 inch strips. So I just think I'll put these with the appropriate color. Then I can use this other one so I don't want to really like smash them in there too much. All right, I'll go ahead and visit. I gotta put these up. It's kind of making my nose itch. Put that in with the whites. All right, let's see what you're saying. It looks like we got 10 more minutes. Supposed to be cold and nasty. Cold tomorrow. It will taste good when I get back from the doctor. Oh, the soup. Oh no, Brenda's plumbing is backed up until Thursday. Oh no. That is not good. They can't get to you until Thursday. We kept having a problem downstairs in our shower, and we finally put a alarm system in it so it detects water and the alarm will go off really loud. It's kind of like a smoke alarm, and that has saved us a couple of times. Oh, I used to love egg salad sandwiches too. We love having you here, Nancy, visiting with us. Well, take care of yourself, June. Remember to breathe. You could watch scrap organization all day long. I know. I think there quite a few of you here watch Kate from the last homely house. Um, she did some videos of cleaning out her drawers, just random drawers. She has this cabinet, really cool wooden cabinet, and some of the drawers have glass fronts on it. Anyway, she went. It's like from the ceiling to the floor. I don't know how many drawers there were, but I watched every one of those. I don't know if it's because I'm nosy. I think it's because I'm nosy. I want to see what's in there, you know. And it was actually good to see that I'm not the only one that saves random stuff. Yeah. Yeah, let us know how things are going, June. And Ellen, too, if you're still on here, sweetheart, prayers for you, too. Yeah, my mom had that COPD and emphysema. It's not pretty stuff. Oh, insurance through. Okay, I understand, Brenda. My dad had asthma real bad, but he never did catch emphysema. He smoked like a chimney his whole life. And everybody's different. So my dad's mom lived to be 92 and she smoked her whole life and, you know, she never had any problems with it, but there's other people that do. So who knows? Who's Kate? Kate, Kate is in the UK. She lives up by the border of Scotland, and she has a YouTube channel, and it's called The Last Homely House. Um, if I remember, I'll try and put her link in the description box below later today. Um, her channel is kind of like a vlog, and she's very calm and easy to listen to. She does a lot of outside videos. She has chickens and cats, and she has a duck. And the duck's name is Eileen, and she takes Eileen up to the little lake and lets her go swimming, and then Eileen waddles home by herself. It's a good channel. And she does projects with you too sometimes. She likes to sew. She's very crafty. That's right, Jody. Thank you. Yeah, my parents all smoked. Everybody. My grandmothers, grandfathers, uncles, aunts, everybody smoked. It was a thing. Yeah, Melissa. That's right. You never know. Sorry, my head's itching. I noticed that. I scratch my head a lot. I don't know why. Yeah, look her up. I really enjoy watching her. Um, right, Melissa, the last homely house. And she used to have it, the whole thing, east of the sea, but she took that part out. And so now it's just the last homely house. And it is from the Hobbit books. Yep. So I really enjoy her videos. Like I said, she's very calm. She's, really easy to listen to. She loves crazy fabric, I think she's like 63-ish around there, something like that. And her three kids, they all live in the UK now, and they come and visit her, and some of um, some of them help her with her channel and stuff. So I know I do too, Melissa. And sometimes Kate also has playlists, and sometimes if I just want to relax and kick back and maybe have a nap, I put on one of her playlists, like when she's outside gardening, and because it's so quiet, she doesn't ever yell or anything like that, so you can get a nap in. I know, Brenda, it does. It sure does. It's like my dad. He was feeling really bad, and then he had like 2 good days, and then the next day he was gone. But that's another story. We don't want to talk about that. Not to mention the cat. Good Lord. Oh, good, Crystal. Thank you. I'll get it. I got it. I got him. Um, what Kim say that was funny? Um, oh, that's good. Yeah, I had asthma a lot when I was a kid, and pneumonia. I caught pneumonia a couple of times. And I remember I was 4 years old with pneumonia in the hospital. I could still remember that really good. Okay, you guys, it's 3 o'clock, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much for hanging out with me while I went through all these scraps. I think this is going to work out great for me because now, when I get more scraps, I can just put them in the appropriate drawer because I still have plenty of room in a lot of them. Not this one, but in a lot of them. So, yeah. I think that is going to be great. Maybe I ought to get a couple of more drawer systems for my other stuff. So anyway, like I said, I really appreciate you hanging out with me and keeping me company. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see what I'm doing tomorrow. I might come back on. You never know. The only time I really try to schedule is Sunday at 2 o'clock. And that I come on unless I don't feel very good. But I'm going to try and come on whether I feel good or not. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises, you guys. You know how it is. So I just try to come on when I feel good. So I love you guys, and prayers for everybody that needs that. I hope, Ellen and June, that you're feeling better soon. And prayers for Kay for healing also for her knee, and everybody else. And Brenda, I hope that they come out sooner so that you get your water going. I cannot. That must be terrible in the wintertime. So, oh, thanks, Terry. I appreciate that. You found me on New Year's Eve. Oh, that's awesome. Don't worry about that one. We'll just leave. Okay, never mind. Kim, she's quick. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye.